You're listening to One Piece of Advice, brought to you by EEleaders.com, a ministry to encourage and equip church leaders.
I'm Trip Kimball. I'm with Appointment Ministries. I've been a church planter, pastor, including assistant, associate pastor, senior pastor, and I've also been a missionary overseas, primarily in the Philippines, but also in a few other places. One thing that I realized looking back is the people that invested their life and their relationship with the Lord in me, their experience as well. And it's been a part of my life since the beginning point of walking with Jesus. It was something that was, in a sense, natural. Not natural in the sense of it just happened, but it became embedded in me. I realized that God had sent people who invested in my life, who spoke into my life in such a way that as I began to study through the scriptures, I developed my own relationship with the Lord and walked by faith, as the Holy Spirit guided me through various phases of life and experience, I realized that it's my responsibility to pour that into others. And I've had opportunity to do that. I've had opportunity to do it as a pastor, as a youth leader, even as a worship leader. There's a fairly famous football team that have this kind of mantra, and that is next guy up. They're always ready for one football player to be injured, and they have a next guy up, and they're just ready. They need to be ready to step right in and do the job. Well, that's been something that I learned early on, thankfully. And so it's one of the things I instructed people who had places of leadership, roles of leadership within ministries that I was involved with and leading, is that you need to be raising someone up behind you, because you don't know what's going to happen with you. God may call you on to do something different. Something may happen in your life, and God moves you on from that role and places you into a different role, or moves you on just because your time in doing a particular role of ministry is complete, and now God's calling you on to something different. But do you have somebody that you're raising up? I mean, it's basic discipleship, but it's also something over the last 20 to 30 years, really, that I've seen is lacking within the church in America. It seems like it's been pushed aside a bit, or it's been left undone. Perhaps people think it's just going to happen. It doesn't just happen. It needs to be intentional, and obviously it is relational. It's the way Jesus trained up those that he built the church upon. He invested in them. He did life with them, as it's said nowadays. And so that really is not just a pattern or a program. That's a responsibility. And so if you're a church planter, or if you're a senior pastor for many years, or whatever role of ministry you might have, I want to encourage you. This would be my advice, is invest in those that are younger. Invest in a younger generation. Look for people who are attentive. Look for people who are responsive to the Holy Spirit, who love the Lord, who love and honor the truth, and invest in them. You don't need to figure out what they're going to do. That's the Holy Spirit's business. That's God's business to determine that for them. But it is our responsibility, every one of us that's in a place of leadership, it's our responsibility to invest in others, and especially to raise up a younger generation. Thanks for listening. I hope it's an encouragement to you today, and God bless you.